Hello, Capricorn. Welcome to your weekly reading for February 12th to the 18th. This is for Capricorn and Capricorn rising, and we're going to jump right into it. Y'all, it is a loaded week. This is a really big week, and we're kicking it off with Mars in Aquarius. Mars is leaving your sign, moving into Aquarius, so there is a sense of relief for y'all. Capricorn, you had so many planets in your sign. They're all moving into Aquarius now, so it's almost like a boulder off your shoulder, especially with Mars moving out of your sign. But listen, now Mars is moving into Aquarius. You know, Pluto's in Aquarius. We're in Aquarius season. So what does this mean for you, Capricorn? You got money on your money. Money on your mind. I already messed it up. You know the phrase, mind on your money, etc., vice versa. Anyway, that's because Aquarius rules your second house of salary, income, finances. So you're going to have a lot of money activity now. All right, you can expect it. But remember, you always want to take action, especially with Mars. Mars is a planet of action, of drive, like really, really gunning for it now. Okay, now Mercury in Aquarius, by the way, it's going to be here all month. All right, it's going to be here all month, and you are going to feel it. This is, when Mars moves into an air sign, come on. But it's also like, remember, Aquarius is very future forward. So it's still like you thinking about your future and putting Aquarius is the visionary. And so you've got a vision. Now it's time to take action toward that vision, and you're going to feel a lot of progress. And it's really going to test your confidence as well. The second house is also self-worth and self-value, and also possessions, like material possessions. So there could be some things that are in your material world that you're thinking about as well, but money will be a big factor this month. All right, I want you to know that with Mars in Aquarius, it really you may find yourself tapping into like that independent side of yours, even like a rebellious side of yours. Now, I'm not talking about like Andrew Dice Clay. I'm talking about like Ethan Hawke standing on his desk at the end of Dead Poet Society saying, "Oh, Captain, my Captain," standing up what for he believes in, and really finding that like inner warrior, that fighting spirit. So I really love this for you. It's really, at this point, you've got a vision and you're going to go get it. Okay. So love this. Now on the 13th, Venus sextiles Neptune. Absolutely love this. We had Mars sextile Neptune. We had Mercury sextile Neptune. Now we got Venus sextiling Neptune. This is really, really nice. And this is going to be, it's a very romantic day, first of all. And this is the day before Valentine's Day. Now, this is going to be a romantic day. And if you're not here for love and relationships, that's what Venus represent. Neptune is in Pisces, so it's a lot of compassion, so it really amplifies that. A lot of intuition energy. I really love this day. What I was going to say is, if you're not here for love and romance, this is just you knowing like what are you romantic about. It doesn't have to be like love or romance. It can be like you being romantic toward the arts. It really is a day where it's asking you to ask yourself what inspires you, what moves you. You may feel that now. It is such a wonderful day. Now, what's happening on the same day is Mars conjuncting Pluto. This is absolutely big. You may have some really big money moments around this time. Now, I can't even begin to stress how significantly impactful Mars conjuncting Pluto is. This is, first of all, very rare. It's not happening again until 2026. Very, very rare aspect. Secondly, there is this charge about Mars conjuncting Pluto. Okay, so this is go time. This is go time. This is you just in the zone. Okay, there is definitely going to be. It's all about you at this point, and there is going to be something that you are going to feel absolutely driven about. You are going to feel high energy around this time. And then yes, it is like as I mentioned in your monthly forecast. This is a very like your sex drive could be really amplified as well, and if not, again, if you're not here for any of that, because there's a lot of money on your mind, the other thing is it can be like you having this really strong desire toward your passions, or even having a really strong desire for power. And Capricorns, come on, y'all are cardinal signs, y'all are workaholics, y'all have a lot of power, but it's like, now I'm gonna rule the world. So it is a really big aspect. Here's the thing, though. Here's the catch. There is a catch, okay? Mars is really aggressive. As we know, Mars is the ruling planet for Aries. Where did Aries come from? Aries, the god of war. And so remember what I talked about, tapping into your inner warrior. Do it diplomatically, okay? Because the same day, remember, Venus is at play here, bringing that diplomacy, okay? But and I say this because when I say Mars can be really aggressive with this particular aspect, there can be heightened egos. There can be egos at play. There can be power struggles and power trips. Come at me, bro energy, Capricorn. Come on. And so it really is a situation where you want to use to your advantage, because this is a day where you can have a lot of impact, where you can have a lot of influence, okay? It really is a day where you, I mean, the two most powerful planets here, come on, use this to your advantage, all right? Use this to your advantage in terms of building your self-confidence, and also like anything that has to do with like money and salary. This is huge. Now, the 14th. And by the way, those two aspects that I just mentioned, Venus sextiling Neptune, Mars conjuncting Pluto, you're going to feel it on Valentine's Day. Now, whether you celebrate Valentine's Day or not, on the 14th, the moon in Taurus will be conjuncting Jupiter. Okay, so can I just tell you, Capricorn, out of all the signs, you may actually feel this. You're like among the highest to feel this aspect. The moon in Taurus conjuncting Jupiter. First of all, don't forget Venus is Taurus's ruling planet. So we got Venus at play on Valentine's Day. But Jupiter is in Taurus. And this is really nice. Jupiter, the planet of good fortune, good luck, prosperity in your 5th house of love, of romance. So y'all are going to feel this. Okay? And again, if you're not here for any of that, the 5th house is just pleasure. What brings you pleasure? This sense of just like, you may feel just very adventurous this day, okay? And again, a lot of y'all will get lucky and feel lucky. It is Jupiter here that we're talking about, all right? Now, on the 16th, Mercury squares Uranus. Now, you know, last week, the Sun squared Uranus. Now we got Mercury squaring Uranus, and Uranus is also in your 5th house, okay? So there could be something here. Mercury square Uranus. Remember I said it's kind of like these squares are like a wall being built, and you got to just kick through that wall or find a way to navigate around it or climb that wall. There is going to be kind of like a big squeeze around this time where you may feel, in terms of communication, we're talking about Mercury here, or even logic in the way that you're thinking, but just promise me, Capricorn, that you don't sign a contract this day. You don't want to do it when Mercury squares Uranus. You know, Uranus is all about surprises and the unexpected. Also, it is a time to, you may hear surprising news around this time as well. But the reason why this may be a little bit amplified is because it's happening the same day that Venus moves into Aquarius. Now, Venus in Aquarius is very, very free-spirited. And so you could, remember what I said, be careful how you speak and how you communicate. You could just be very casually, accidentally say something that just like, you're talking to your boss and be like, oh, hey, I love your hair. You look like you look like you're like an alien, and you didn't mean it. But, now your boss is like, who says that? You already took my Skittles. But anyway, Venus in Aquarius, this is more of like a mental connection too. So I do love Venus in Aquarius, and it's going to be here for a few weeks. But remember, Aquarius is all about the future. Think about your future, humanitarian as well. I love this. I love Venus in Aquarius. Really is like, in-depth conversations that you could get really excited about. You could have even quirky conversations about the future, but there is this almost like born to be wild energy with it. But again, now look at what's happening here. So at this point, we have the Sun, we have Mercury, we have Mars, Venus, and Pluto in Aquarius in your 2nd house of money, salary, income. And again, if you're not here for any of that, if you own the universe we live in right now, and you're like, money, I got enough of that. I got a lot of power. I got a lot of money. Tell me something else. It is your self-worth. It's your confidence. But again, it could be some material possessions. Okay. Now on the 17th, we got Venus conjuncting Pluto, another big explosive aspect. Now, this is Venus conjuncting Pluto. Venus, the planet of love and romance. Okay, conjuncting Pluto. Pluto has that depth of intimacy. Okay, and a lot of sexual energy there too. So yeah, this is a really, really, really romantic day. It's a day of sensuality, sexuality, a lot of desire. All right, a lot of desire. Okay, I don't know why I gave you a thumbs up. Anyway, a lot of passion here, but again, in a very deep level, very deep, intense level, you could feel it. There is that depth. A lot of I even feel like kismet energy around here that you could find deeply satisfying. You could fall in love with someone's mind at this point. I mean, these planets are in Aquarius. Remember that. But again, remember Venus is money. All right, so this can be money, and Pluto in Aquarius is in your second house of money. I mean, so again, something around money could just happen around for y'all around this time. But it is a time where you listen. It is. Here's the thing. It can be your Leo and Kate moment. Okay, y'all standing at the helm of the boat, or it can go 50 Shades of Grey. That's how this aspect is. You remember, you have the power to, it's what you decide. Okay. You use these aspects to your advantage, but remember, there is elements of love, and Venus is also like beauty. It's also, relationships, creativity is a really big thing here. Creativity is a really big thing now on Sunday, but definitely take advantage of this day. Now on Sunday, or on the 18th, we officially move into Pisces season. All right. This is going to be a big thing for you, and we'll talk about it more next week because it's affecting next week, and then a bundle of planets start moving into Pisces, and as we know, that is your third house, and we'll talk about that next week. But your ruling planet Saturn is currently in Pisces, so you will definitely feel a lot of what's going on that time. But this week, oh my goodness, Mars moving into Aquarius, Venus moving into Aquarius, we got these two powerful conjunctions. Capricorn, let's do it. Let's see what's going on for you for the week of February 12th to the 18th. If Capricorn and Capricorn rising, if you want to read for your moon, your Venus, if you know your birth chart, if you know those placements, you are absolutely welcome to. And I think that's it. Okay, Capricorn. So I hope you love my shuffling skills today. Anyway, let's get started. Capricorn. Capricorn, like I did not say earlier, I'm going to say it now. I do a traditional call to cross spread, really does give the best overview, in my opinion. And if we do need to pull clarifiers, we will pull clarifiers. Secondly, Capricorn, can you believe that we are already in mid-February? You know, next month, we got spring. We got, I can't believe March is coming up. Capricorn, this is going to be a week. You got a lot going on. You know, I'm not surprised. You had, like I said, a lot of planets in your first house. That's all about your identity, the role you play, how you, and so there's a lot happening here. Let's get started. You got the Three of Swords. Came up in your past. So there is, I'm getting some, obviously there's some emotional intensity that you have been going through, okay? Especially now with all these planets in your second house of, remember, self-worth and self-confidence, that there could be some things that you're going through. There could have been some endings to things. There could have been some moments that were just emotionally impactful, all right? But it's all about moving forward from that now. It's all about healing from that now. It might be a little bit of a challenge, okay? And it may be a little bit, so go at your comfort level. I want you to do one thing though. When people see this card, they freak out. Okay. This came up in your past. All right. So you're moving forward. So it's time to heal from it, because the whole point of this card is to pull those swords out. Now, remember what I just said, pull the swords out. So even though it's the heartbreak card, it is still a sword suit, and the sword suit up here. Okay. What's going on up here? The sword suit's the mental suit, right? So a lot of things could be going up here, gravitating toward your head, and now you're in this headspace. And so it really is a matter of changing your mindset and moving forward and accepting any losses and focusing on what you're going to gain now, okay? Because here's the thing, you can see the rainstorm here, right? It's the clouds and the rainstorm. Now you can either think when it rains, it pours, or you can think after a rainstorm, comes a rainbow. All right. So it is all about your mindset, because you also got the Five of Wands in the heart of your spread. Now, the Five of Wands is a conflict card. And this is probably going to, it blows my mind. I don't know if it's going to blow your mind. It blows my mind. I've done a lot of signs at this point. Pretty much more than half of the signs have gotten in the heart of their spread a card that represents their 8th house. Now, this is a Leo card. Yep. Leo rules your 8th house. Pluto is a ruling planet for the 8th house. It's all about that transformation, death and rebirth. It's like I said, February is a big month of rebirth. You are going to definitely feel it next week, okay? In 2 weeks with the Saturn Cazimi, Saturn again being your ruling planet. But this is a week where it feels more like you need to get out of your head. There could be this tug of war that's happening. And it's almost like, it's your mindset. You're going to have to see, the rainbow with a pot of gold at the end of the tunnel, rather than like just staying in this headspace where it's like, I don't know how to move forward, or, even like refusing to move forward, because here's the thing. Look at your spread. There's like, you want to, but it's almost like something here is making you feel like something's holding you back this week, okay? Because not only did you get the Five of Wands, and again, it's representing your 8th house of transformation, okay? Personal, your deep transformation. So there could be some conflicts in terms of like, am I doing the right thing? Am I going the right way? But again, if it's not happening within you, it can be in your external world, because you see these kids swinging their wands in the air. Okay. So 2 things here. One, I did say with this type of week, a lot of egos at play. Okay. This is egos at play. All right. So there could be some circumstances you fall in. Remember, you have to own your power. All right. So don't fall into any of these traps. Do not be that, the 80s villain. Okay. Do not be, Chet with the, the collar popped up. Don't be that person this week. If someone's like fishing to have like this power struggle with you, just be like, I'm good. I'm gonna finish my noodles and go to bed. But you also got the Five of Pentacles in your challenge area. So you see you got 2 conflict cards here. You got 2 conflict cards here in the heart of your spread in the challenge area. Now the Five of Pentacles, very interesting, because the Five of Pentacles, yeah, there is definitely something holding you back, and there is almost like this refusal to see. It's almost like it might be just hard for you to accept some things that could have been emotionally challenging, okay? But it's time to just move forward and cut through all that noise, and be the goat, right? You are the goat, but you know what I mean, the greatest of all time. Be the goat, all right? As the goat. You get what I'm saying. You got 2 pages. Come on, you want this. You do want to move forward. You want new things. You want to get out of this headspace, especially with the Page of Swords in your crown. Remember what I said, swords, the mental suit. This page is so enthusiastic, so eager to get going, so ready to learn how to wield that sword. So there is this, there's promise, a lot of promise here in terms of moving forward and communicating the things that you need. And there's a lot of things that are going to be happening. You may be having a lot of new conversations this week. You may be wanting to have these big conversations this week as well. You could even want to be thinking about new things, or might be thinking about new things that you want in your life. And then you got the Page of Pentacles, which goes really well with you, Capricorn. Pages are earth. Pentacles are earth. Double earth here. You're an earth sign, very grounded. There's a lot of Capricorn in the Page of Pentacles. And what I love about this is that he is willing to take that time to learn to nurse this pentacle. Look at him compelled by this pentacle. He wants to nurse it. He really wants to build something out of this. He does want to become the King of Pentacles one day, and he will. Okay. That's how much commitment he has, but it's something just really grounding and rooting up. It does feel like there is something new brewing here, okay? Especially now you got the 10 of Swords in your future. And so this is very interesting with the 10 of Swords in your future, because 10 is the end, okay? 1, 0 equals 1, new beginning. 10 is the end of the suit, all right? It does look like a grim card, all right? But it is, what's really interesting about this card is that I'm going to show you something here. You see the dark clouds, right? They're actually clearing to let the sun come through because this is the card of new dawn. Now, with that said, all these swords that are completely impaling this man here, just got him down, all right? There is this sense of like you feeling, sure, there may be a sense of like, I don't know, if, like, I feel like I hit rock bottom. I can't get back up. You can. You just have to remember, let all of this go to let all of this in. Okay. And so remember, a lot of that is getting to a place where you're emotionally comfortable doing it, but also using that power that is being, distributed to you this week. You're given a lot of power this week with these conjunctions to move forward and to use it to your advantage to continue to get in a place where you are going toward the things that you want and everything is happening for you. Okay. Now, the other reason why that this is significant in your future is because remember 10 is the end. So with these swords, you really want to, it's the same thing as the 3 of swords. You really want to learn from these things instead of like, if something was challenging, you don't want to say like, okay, thank goodness that's over. And they keep going. You want to actually learn from what happened so you never have to go through those experiences again, because if it does happen again, that you're prepared and you know how to maneuver and you know how to, work with those energies. Okay. Secondly, his hand gesture is the same hand gesture as a Hierophant. All right. So there is a sense of like, almost like looking at this, almost like blessing in disguise in the way that it's now done. And I'm going to learn from this to empower myself. Okay. I'll even clarify that for you. Yeah, there you go. You got the 8 of Wands. You're good. You're fine. You're 1000% fine. It is going to be you. The 8 of Wands is like, oh goodness. Wands, your passions, like inspiration. This is your ideas, even creativity. I said is a big thing. Remember, creativity comes from the word create. Okay. So creating that vision that you have for yourself, that future that you want for yourself. Now, this is just boom, boom, boom. 8 of Wands. You see those wands just whoosh, through the air. So things are going to start moving fast for you. Once you learn from everything and don't let it control you anymore, don't let anything pin you down like they're doing here. You're fine. You're golden. You're good. Okay. And then everything moves fast for you. There's this swiftness with this card, this movement with this card, but best of all, this alignment, everything aligning for you. You even see the wands completely aligned here. Now, these are just wands just zipping through the air. Okay. So there is a reason why they're aligning. All right. So everything will start aligning for you in this big way. And it seems like it's moving in this direction of something landing for you too. Let's go to your staff, Capricorn. Oh my goodness, the goat and the goat. I'm gonna start, should I start calling y'all that? Like y'all are the goats of the zodiac. I mean, literally, y'all are the goat. But Capricorn, if you like this reading, it would be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments, let me know what's going on. And if you are a subscriber, thanks so much for being here. Y'all are amazing. I wouldn't be here without you. So I am truly grateful. And yeah, you're good. You're fine. You're 1000% fine. A lot of it is money related, isn't it? Especially, with the 5 of Pentacles, and then you also have the 4 of Pentacles, and we'll get to that in a second, but I want to show you something here. What's really, really nice is that you have your card, your spread is dominated by swords. And, so yeah, you are going to be your head a lot, but hey, Queen of Swords. Okay. So really, really great. The Queen of Swords, by the way, if you are here for, 2 things. It looks like career may be a thing. Okay. There's a big change about your career. One of the reasons why is because you've been going through a lot of changes. And secondly, okay, so the Queen of Swords is Libra. All right. Now, the North Node moved into Aries, but the South Node moved into your 10th house, okay, of career. And so there is a sense of letting something go in that regard, or something coming to completion, or stuff like you almost like even like a video game, like you going to the next level. So now the other, like if you're going to level 4, level 3 is you've passed it, and now it's so you're moving into this new place in your career. But it's having this power and authority, like the Queen of Swords. Okay, head above the clouds, really, really being headstrong at this point. All right, and so you can have it all. You can have everything you want. You just don't. It's just more about moving, like I said, your mindset. All right, putting it and being headstrong, moving forward. You got the 4 of Swords, so you're gonna be fine. Now, here's the other thing. If you are here for love and romance, it's still showing up here too, because this is also another Libra card. You got like interestingly 3 Libra cards already. And so again, for a lot of y'all, that can be career, it can be public recognition, honors, achievements, and whatnot. But Libra is a native ruler of partnerships and relationships. Okay, so that could be a big thing for you this week too. And it's like whatever you went through, you have the 4 of Swords in your external factors area, and so that's really nice for you. Okay, so again, this is stillness of mind. This is meditation. This is recovery. All right. Especially up here. Remember, it is the sword suit. This is aligning your chakras spiritually as well. Right. So you even see, I'm going to point something out. You see the 3 swords pointed down. Look at where they're pointed at, Capricorn. The heart chakra, throat chakra, the crown chakra, all of which you can like awaken and align like this week. Okay, when you take that time out to really process things and not be in this headspace or feeling that something's holding you back, or it could even be yourself. Remember, a lot of this power in your second house that's affecting your self-worth and confidence. Remember, use these moments to have your standing on the desk at the end of Dead Poet Society moment. All right. Oh, Captain, my Captain. Now you also got the 4 of Pentacles. Okay. And so this is really great because, this is a Capricorn card. In fact, it is Sun in Capricorn. And so it's almost like a lot of this can be just having to do with like the foundations of your life. Very interesting because, I did speak about the South Node, but the North Node for this year, your destiny, all right, your calling did move into your 4th house. So there's been a shift. There's been a lot of you maybe thinking about home, thinking about family, thinking about moving, think about, even like real estate and things like that. But there is a sense of like maybe like taking it seriously now, really be grounded. All right. Especially with the Page of Pentacles and the root of your spread, keyword being root. All right. Being rooted, especially because remember, Page of Pentacles is double earth. So really, really, really being grounded and rooted. And I say that because with the 4 of Pentacles, I want to show you something here. You see that he's got a pentacle on his head and he got one on his chest and he's gripping it really tight, but you do see that he's standing on 2 pentacles. Okay, so when you stand on your pentacles, you're disconnected from earth. Basically, you're not grounded. All right, so it's all about putting that order in place. 4 is all about order. It's all about stability. Okay, and so you can create that, and you have the Ace of Swords in your final outcome, so you're going to be good. It's that breakthrough. All right, so I'm actually getting contract energy too. There's and it doesn't even have to be like a written one. It's like your commitment there. I feel there's like some commitment happening. It could be even like a soul contract too, especially with all this Pluto activity. Okay, remember there's that depth with the 8th house and with Pluto, but with the Ace of Swords in your final outcome, boom, you're good. Okay, you're absolutely good. This is having that mental breakthrough. Oh yeah, maybe that's a big sign that with that ding. But Ace of Swords, first, aces usher in new change, new beginnings, new opportunities. Swords, all about the truth. This is true perception, the sword to the sky. You see that with the Queen of Swords as well too. So a lot of like being truthful to yourself and accepting things as, especially here, if you're wanting to move forward, but there's a part of you where you're over analyzing things or being over analytical or being in this headspace. It's like, boom, you have that breakthrough. Okay. I feel like that should be a song. boom, you have you have your breakthrough. Now, you got the crown. You see the crown. There's a lot of victory, a lot of success. If you have been going through a circumstance this week with another person, again, remember you have a lot of Libra energy here. If there is something with partners, relationships, and that can be career too. It can be career too. There is a sense, there is the olive branch here as well. So there's a sense of peace that's coming through as well. So it looks like it's going to be a testing week, but you're going to be good in the end. I mean, you have the Eight of Wands with the Four of Swords and the Ace of Swords. I mean, yeah, there's going to be some egos at play. You know, the other thing that you should be mindful of this week, if you have children, even if you don't, you could be a teacher and it could be kids in your class, or it could be like your nieces and nephews or whatnot. But the fact that, you know, where is it on the 16th with Mercury squaring Uranus, and you know, with the Sun squaring Uranus as well. Remember, Uranus is in your 5th house of children. Children live in the 5th house. Okay. These are children here that are just like, rah, rah, rah. So it could be a little bit of that as well in your physical world, where they're being rambunctious and they're not seeing eye to eye, and you got to be the one that's like, y'all, right? Like y'all. But you're gonna be fine. You're gonna be fine. You're gonna be absolutely fine here. It just looks like there is gonna be a sense of like, you may have a big moment this week where you could feel maybe a little powerless, but you remember the universe is gifting you all this power this week. And so it's recognizing that powerless doesn't even exist, that you are never powerless. You always have that power. It's all about your mindset, okay? You want to be powerful. You want to feel empowered. That is what Pluto does. The other thing is, I've said it all the time, Pluto is that planet that says, are you going to fear me or are you going to own me? So you want to own this. You want to own your power this week. But it looks like all the heaviness is going to come to an end, okay? Remember, you have the Ten of Swords in the future. It's all coming to the end. You've got to take that action, though, okay? You've got to take that action. And then you've got the Page of Swords. You've got the Eight of Wands in your future, clarifying. You've got the Four of Swords. So there is going to be this sense of rest and recovery and really just, you know, sorting things out. And then you got the Ace of Swords where you have this huge breakthrough, all right? So, and also like a new mindset, too. But there is something new coming out of this. It definitely something new, and you can expect things to start moving forward for you. Capricorn, the goat of the so Capricorn, thanks so much for tuning in. I know I just saw the time. If you like this reading, it would be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments, tell me what's going on. And y'all, I feel like that's the deepest I've ever gone with y'all. Capricorn, next week. It's a big one. Okay, so okay, we got the full moon in Virgo. All right, we got a big full moon in Virgo. It's a really big one. And then we also have Venus conjuncting Mars. You know what happens when these two lovebirds get together. So we have other things having that next week. But let me let you go, Capricorn. Thanks so much for tuning in. I'll see you next week. All right, bye-bye.